Hey there, Retro Maniacs. EP here. Tropical Storm Debbie is out there. Tornadoes, flooding, pouring down rain. It's a little wild. I still got a little bit of a cough. I'm feeling quite a bit better, but still got a little bit of a cough, so I apologize if I don't sound like myself. But here, right in front of you and off to the side here, there's my list. We're going to talk about the scavenger hunt, the National Scavenger Hunt. Again, I did not complete it, but I guess we'll just get into it. I did not complete the scavenger hunt. I had a lot of fun doing the stuff. And that said, the scavenger hunt has a long list of stuff here. I'm going to go over it quick. Of course, number one on the very first thing that I wrote down, very, very top of the list there, the 1976 Spider-Man sticker for $15 to $25. Joe spotted it. Mike Jones paid for it. Got a bunch of stuff and talked down. Got a deal. So he charged me $20 for it. So there you go. Got my sticker card. Find the Reggie autograph. I did not see one of those. 1990 Upper Deck High Series Reggie. Find the Reggie autos. The first pack pulled autos of the show, or the first pack pulled autos in the hobby, I believe. And while I did not see one myself, my buddy Rob Ingalls, who I do a podcast at work about cards, he said that he saw somebody on Twitter post that they've actually purchased one of those at the National. So they might have purchased it before I got to that booth or that saw it. Who knows if I even would have seen it, just because. Man, there's a lot of cards there. It's a wild scene, of course. Griffey Jr. Jersey auto. I wanted to find like the perfect Griffey Jr. auto. Griffey Jr. Jersey auto, and I ended up not finding it. There was at one point where we found a few cards, and there was one where I think it was Mike pointed out to me, but it was a Panini, so there's no logos, and it was just it was still kind of a cool card, kind of a cool auto, and it actually had multiple colors in the jersey patch. But it obviously I want that card needed to have the Mariners logo for it to really work. T206 Hannes Wagner. I did find one of those. I took a photo of that. There was a Heritage Auctions. They were, I believe it was Heritage Auctions, had one available so you can get your photo taken with it. I believe I saw where I saw it was at the Heritage Auctions stand booth, but it was not the one for people like holding it or whatever. It was just in a case. But I did get to see one in person. I took a photo of that. Sealed or unsealed box of 1990 Marvel. No dice there. I did not see that at all. Same thing with the 1990 Top Cello box, and man, I was looking for that. I did find a couple of Cello packs, but I thought they were a little overpriced compared to what I can get them on eBay, so I did not pull the trigger on that. And then 1999 Finest box, and I would have taken football, baseball, or basketball. I don't believe I saw a 1999 Finest box anywhere in my searches, and I did spend some time looking at that. The last card on the list was the Frank Thomas, no name on front, and I did find one of those. I saw one in person. Amazing card. I'm going to ask Mike to put the photo up here because I did take a photo of it, and I'm going to ask him to put it up here just so you guys can see it. And it was cool. I think Joe was the one who saw that one. It was at it was the bottom shelf of that same Heritage Auctions stand, I believe. And Joe's like, isn't that the no name on front? Isn't that part of your scavenger hunt? I was like, yes, it was. Booths visited. I did try to go. Card Dealer Pro is at the top of my list. I did not find them. The last day we were there, Friday, me and Mike spent more time than we probably should have wandering around trying to find their booth, and I never actually found it. I did stop at the ComC booth. I got this cool sticker. Talked to the guy who actually comes into our area. Visits our area every once in a while. He was there, but he was handling a customer. He was with the Fish, Troy, who sets up at the Susquehanna Valley Mall show, which is nearby us. So I didn't get a chance to really talk to him. I walked up to him, shook his hand, said, "Hey, when are you going to be back?" And he said he's going to be super busy. He's not sure when he's going to be back at the Susquehanna Valley Mall because he's going to Fanatics Fest and he's got shows lined up, including the Fanatics Fest in Pittsburgh and the one in New York and stuff. So. BCW. I did go to BCW. I got some swag there. They actually gave me a three row shoebox because I was carrying a bunch of stuff, and they said, "Hey, I got a box here if it'll help you out." And I was like, "Absolutely." So yeah, so I got some cool free stuff from them. Let's see, Upper Deck. I never made it to Upper Deck, and that's gonna come up here in a couple minutes. Fanatics. I don't think we walked past it, but we never actually really went in there and looked at it. Same thing. Wild Card. I don't know if I ever even saw where Wild Card was. Heritage Auctions Entertainment, which again I saw. I didn't see the part where they were having people to get a photo taken with the Hannes Wagner, but we did go by that booth. And Heritage Auctions, they might have also been the ones that had the entertainment stuff, like they had a replica of Mjolnir that was there. They had a handful of really cool things. So Next, personalities met. Chris Sewell was there, but I did not meet him. He was in a meeting, and frankly, I didn't realize it was him, or I might have interrupted the meeting just to say hi. But yeah, he was in a meeting with some people eating lunch. So probably, I mean, I probably wouldn't have interrupted his lunch and his free time. In that way, Dustin Sports Car Dad, I did spot him down in the VIP lounge at one point, and he came over, sat at our table, we talked for a while, so that was cool to talk to him. Adam from the Dollar Box, I never saw him. I looked for a number of people, never saw him. Mike Summer from Mike's Pack Hero, I'm not sure if he even went. Ziggy No did not go. Dr. Jim Beckett, I said before that I saw somebody sitting at a table. I couldn't be sure it was him. I really did not see him. And then John Newman from Sports Card Radio, I did not see him as well. I know he was there, but again, there's just a sea of people. There's so many people. Like I'm so grateful that I did run into some fans of the channel. That some fans of the channel were able to spot us and find us. Just because the amount of people that are there, 100,000 people I think on Thursday and Friday. The amount of people that are there and the amount of faces you're looking at, and just to like it's crazy. And the amount of different booths and things you can see. Like you could walk past someone 10 times, you could be probably within 10 feet of somebody 10 times and not realize who it is. So I was very, very grateful to meet up with Brian High Pop Professor. Good luck with your Maddox 97 gold embossed refractor hunt. Man, that stuff, he's got a YouTube channel, a big Maddox collector, and go check him out for sure. But yeah, that card is wild as you described it. I believe it's extremely wild. There's a lot of stuff going on with it. Very, very cool. So I was glad to meet up with we met up with Penguin Sunburn and oh my gosh, and Ben Fuquay, like just met up with some really cool people. I know Barkin Boxer met up with Joe and Mike Jones, and we never actually hooked up, but I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anybody. But I mean, it was very, very cool to be able to meet with these people in a sea of humanity. So while I did not meet up with these YouTubers, I'm gonna take some other wins from meeting up with these other guys, which was a blast. I saw BJ, then never saw Card Show Kevin. I think I talked about that in the last episode. So I saw a handful of people from our local local shows, which was fantastic. A couple dealers and people who are like normal customers, that sort of stuff. And yeah, so that was great. All right, so now the big one, the miscellaneous quests, which I was kept for a secret. So anyhow, miscellaneous quests. So I wanted to do a shot with a fan of the channel. And I had this big plan where I was going to take some sort of alcohol with me and do a shot there on the show floor, and I never actually did. What I should have done in hindsight was get a drink. Ben was already waiting in line for beer anyway. I should have said, "Hey, do you want to do a shot?" That would have been the call, and I'm totally blanked on that. So do a shot with a YouTuber who is not from MRTC. I guess technically I did a shot with Mike Jones. We did some fireball shots back at the Airbnb, and so technically I did kind of complete that, but it wasn't the intention. That wasn't the intention of it. So really not. Do a shot with a YouTuber who's not from our MRTC. We were gonna go meet up with some people, but where our Airbnb was, we actually had some really good nearby places that were really amazing. So we kind of we could drive somewhere and, hang out, or we could just walk and drink beers and play pinball, which it was pretty awesome. So that's what we did. We had a blast. I think we invited Bargain Boxer. We let him know where we were going to be, and that but it sounded like he might have been relatively far away. So and if you're having fun, you don't want to be driving, having some drinks and drive and stuff like that, which is totally understandable. And that's kind of where we were as well. So give out all Mike Structure trading cards, business cards. I gave out a couple, but I did not give out all of them. These are all that I have left from a stack that Mike gave me a while back to have at card shows. And so this is all I have left. I did give out a couple, a handful. So that was actually kind of fun. Let's see. Give away 3 Jamal Anderson 1997 preferred cards. I think I took 4 with me. So I did give out all but this one, so I think I still have the one left. So I gave out all of those, so I did complete that. Give away 3 packs of 1990 Upper Deck to people people doing card stuff, and I did not give away any of those packs. And then there's another one here. Give a 1990 Upper Deck pack to an Upper Deck employee. I thought that would have been very funny and fun to do. But alas, I never made it to the upper deck booth. There were a couple times where I was like, I want to go to the upper deck booth, and then we got distracted. We either saw somebody, saw somebody, and they started talking to us, and then we had to go do something else. Or there was one point where Joe was going to the upper deck booth, and I think me and Mike Lutz went somewhere else. And so anyhow, I never made it to the upper deck booth, so I never got to give them their pack of upper deck, unfortunately. Keep track of the number of 1952 manuals I see, and that I did that for like the first day, I believe was the first day, and so I think I saw 6 of them, and then I didn't really even look for them after that. But like I'm telling you, there was one, and the next one on here is the find a 1948 Jackie Robinson rookie for Rob Ingalls, and because he's a huge Jackie Robinson fan, and there was one case in particular that I took a video of where it had, I think, 4 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinson rookies and like 652 males in it. Just an insane case, and you're not seeing that in every case that you go. Every single table you go to, every single dealer doesn't have a case like that, but they have cases like that. If that makes any sense. Like they don't have exactly the same cards in every single case, but they have cases that are just absolutely loaded. And it's wild. Like you can barely. There's just so much data, information going into your brain at all times that unless you're specifically looking for the 52 manuals, the 48 Leaf Jackie Robinsons, you're just overwhelmed with the amount of stuff, and you're seeing all these cards, but you're not logging any of it because there's just so much of it and so much cool stuff. It's an amazing experience. Again, I would recommend that to anybody to please go check it out. Let's see. Play a game of cornhole. Never came across a cornhole board anywhere. I was looking, and I would have like walked. If there was a cornhole game going on in like somebody's driveway, I would have walked up to ask to play, just because. That one I definitely would have done. Talk 1995 Donruss Red Zone with somebody. Now I did talk to it. This is a bit of a cheat. I talked to it with BJ, who is somebody on normal card shows. I didn't. There were so many people, and the Thursday and Friday, but especially Friday, there were so many people. And I think a lot of people were like, I wasn't going to talk random nonsense with these people. So I took these cards with me, took a bunch of Red Zone cards with me. I was going to try to, my last thing on my list is give a 1995 Donruss Red Zone base card to a fan of the team. So I took some really popular teams. I took like the Cowboys, and I gave BJ a Cowboy card. I took a couple Browns since we were in Cleveland. I took a Chiefs player, I took a Raiders player, Patriots player, and a Vikings player. So I just grabbed some random Red Zone cards out of a box and put them in soft sleeves and took them with me to hand out as random stuff. So anyhow, I'm planning to hand out a couple of these at the next card show that I'm going to be setting up at, and it'll be a week from the day this drops. So I'll be setting up at the Muncie show, and so I plan to just give a couple of these out to a couple of people I know who I'm sure will really appreciate them. So anyhow, yeah, there's my wrap up. This is just sitting here because I took this to get it autographed by Doc Gooden. I talked about that in the pre-national episode, or one of my pre-national episodes, or during the national episode when I was opening up the 1990 Upper Deck, finding the Reggie cards. And but I believe by the time we got done going through waiting in the line for our VIP tickets, the signing period with Doc Gooden and the extras that were there was over. So I never really made it. Yeah, I guess that's it. I met up with Paul Hickey from the Sports Card Strategy Show. Got his card. I gave him my card, and that was cool. I talked to him and said about maybe getting him on the show for any questions or something like that. They do Sports Card Strategy Show. They do more of buying and flipping and that kind of stuff. So, but it's still a fun show, and very knowledgeable people, and I think it would be a funny questions to look at. And I guess that's it. Yeah, I had a blast at the national. This is probably my last national based content. So I just wanted to say that I had a blast. Everybody that I met, the people that I didn't meet, I love being surrounded by people who have the same hobby interests as you, and just the energy in that room. And meeting K-Dub and meeting Ashley, there was so much amazing. So many amazing moments, so much amazing stuff to see, and so much fun with the guys that I went with. I mean, I haven't talked about that very little bit. I've said very little about that this episode. But like that made it such a better experience. Even like the road trips to and from, like just everything, everything was fantastic. It was such a blast. And I can only recommend. I can't recommend it enough. If you get an opportunity to go, and it's you have the money to do it, and you have the time to do it, please go check out a national. Go with friends if you're able. That's it. Have a great one. Later.